Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Caitanya Book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on February 20th, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Chalam, Mangalang Tagam, Yatkipata Mahanande, Sri Guru Nitayam, Paramanandamalavam, Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram, Hare Om Tat Sat. Today, we're reading about a drama which involved Sukamara Brahmachari. So the drama is in Sanskrit, but I'll have someone read the translation, and if I get inspired, I'll speak something. It's from the Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka, 3.32. Prema Bhakti is speaking.
Prema Bhakti speaking. Then, although there was some doubt in his mind, accepting the Lord's order, Srivasa made the great Brahmana devotee Gangadasa, who is very dear to the Lord, as the doorkeeper. Friendship. Then, Prema Bhakti. Then the Lord told Srivasa, you will be Narada, and Suklambara will be your brahmachari assistant. The chorus of singers will be Acharya Ratna, Vidyanidhi, and your three brothers headed by Sri Rama. In this way, the Lord assigned the parts. Besides these, no one else was allowed entrance. Only the wives of Srivasa and his brothers, and the wives of Chandrasekhara, Murari, and some others who had already come were allowed. They were also qualified to be there.
So you can see how, although we don't hear much about the wives of the associates of Lord Chaitanya, they are also great devotees. And here it said they are also qualified to be there. So only they could see the excellent drama of Lord Chaitanya and his associates. Haribol.
Haribol. From behind the scenes, the sound of mridangas, karatalas, and other instruments.
Hey.
Prema Bhakti is speaking. Child, listen. The play has begun. Dividing the night into praharas and considering that the Acharya's house, Chandrasekhara Acharya, was a suitable, he instructed his devotees and joyfully transformed that broad courtyard into a dancing place.
So, in the drama of Lord Chaitanya, everyone was expected to act their parts, and dancing was also part of the play.
The Brahmana woman, having great desire and understanding the Lord's mind in that attractive, confined area which gave joy, maintaining proper decorum along with Sachi, entered that place separately.
So the ladies entered the place of the drama with Mother Sachi, and they entered very soberly and with decorum. They were allowed to see the wonderful drama of Lord Chaitanya.
Eager to see the Lord, they fearfully sat separately on the veranda of the house, not showing themselves. With unblinking eyes and trembling bodies, they seemed like figures painted on a canvas.
So these Vaishnavis were having extreme ecstasy and wanted to see the Lord perform this drama. But they stayed out of sight so that they could enjoy the pastime of the Lord.
Restricting entrance at the door, with great valor, the Lord said, "See to it that no one can enter even for a moment." First, having all the devotees enter, Gaurachandra with great joy presided there constantly.
So generally the people was not allowed to enter. The ladies were allowed to enter. Some of the associates entered to watch and some to participate in the play. But others were not allowed to enter.
Making one place the dressing room, the Lord, attractive with prema, fond of dancing, endowed with the greatest mercy, entered that room with one close friend who had great prema for his lotus feet. At the beginning of the night, Srivasa, dearest to the Lord's lotus feet, assumed the costume of Narada, and as the best Brahmana, holding crystal beads for japa and wearing matted tawny hair. Then one pure servant named Suklambara, holding a kusha seat and water pot in his hand and smeared with Ganga mud, suddenly entered and offered respects to Narada. He then sweetly spoke to the dear devotee named Gadadhara.
Giving you the description of the drama and how Srivas played the part of Narad and Sukumar Brahmachari played the part of Narad's Brahmachari assistant. So Sukumar Brahmachari had to be a part of Brahmachari.
Offering respects to Narada's feet, you should say, "Let me be always engaged in serving the feet of Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga." Hearing this, Narada said, "O handsome one, go to the Ganga in Magha month and bathe there constantly."
Magha is a sacred month. The 3 months in a year which are especially sacred. The Kartik month, the Damodar, the Vaishak month, and the Magha month.
If you do this, by that punya, you will attain the Lord's lotus feet. You have now become dear to the Lord's feet by Narada's blessings. Isn't that not known to you, O handsome one? With hair standing on end, Narada loudly explained the profound, charming glories of bhakti. How can I describe the great glory of the name? It freed the sinful Brahmana, Ajamila, husband of a prostitute, from great sins.
Hariva, Hariva.
When he said this, bringing great joy to all humans. When he said this, bringing great joy to all humans, he began singing the Lord's name loudly. Srivasa, in joy, his hair standing on end, began eagerly dancing as if thereby making the first prologue to the play.
So playing the part of Narad Muni, Srivas started to chant and dance in ecstasy.
When he left the stage dancing and singing, Haridasa, dressed sweetly, entered the stage like a host of moons, holding a fine stick, playing a Vaikuntha god. He said, "Loudly chant the name of the Lord."
Hariva! Gauranga!
Gauranga,
Gauranga!
Gauranga,
Gauranga!
Gauranga. Joyful with prema, speak topics of the Lord. Beautiful as the moon, overcome with great joy at every moment, pointing with the tip of his stick, he tried to wake up the sleeping people of the three worlds.
Just like there's a song, Ji Jago, Ji Jago. Wake up, sleeping souls.
Jai.
Lord Gauranga wants you to wake up. So in this play, he was trying to wake up the sleeping souls.
By the order of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is unlimited Vaikuntha, I have first appeared on earth. Please hear that order, sweet as nectar, which will give life to all the people swallowed by the snake of Kali Yuga. Desiring to distribute the name to everyone other than those who are constantly bathing in the nectarian river of the name, I have come to this world.
So Lord Chaitanya didn't come only to bless his devotees who are bathing in the river of the holy name. They already have the mercy. He came to deliver the holy name to those who are in Maya and in illusion, to wake them up and give them the nectar of pure love of Krishna, chanting his holy name in great ecstasy.
Drinking his order with your ears at every moment, you should dance, filled with the rasa of Sankirtana remedy. Hearing these pleasant words flowing from his moon-like face, everyone's hair stood on end.
So Lord Chaitanya is giving the process, the remedy for this pollution of age of Kali, chanting Hare Krishna and dancing in ecstasy.
They sang a pleasant song along with Kartala and Mridanga beats. Haridasa danced in joy and dancing to the rasa of Sankirtana, excited and took rest.
So in the Sankirtan rasa, one chants and dances in ecstasy. So Haridas, he demonstrated that naturally.
Advaita then assumed the identity of the Lord, imitating his dress and actions, holding a flute in his two hands with bliss. The Lord showed his ornaments, flute, peacock feather ornament, yellow cloth, and beauty. With body the color of molten gold, he danced at will. He was supremely beautiful hero, the most attractive, sweet form with lotus eyes entered among the devotees. His body covered with sandalwood, he danced among the devotees to the accompaniment of soft, sweet mridangas using Jai Thala, Laya, Thala, and Mana. Layam, Thala, and Mana.
So Lord Dvaita and Lord Chaitanya, they assumed the most beautiful form and very sweetly danced, showing that the process of Sankirtan is very sweet and very wonderful to bring the people into ecstasy.
While Advaita was dancing, Nityananda entered, wearing the costume of an elderly woman, Paurnamasi, with white, attractively scattered hair in the highest state of madness. As he danced, his costume became disheveled.
And Nityananda was playing the part of Paurnamasi, the grandmother who made so many jokes with Lord Krishna. So, you had Advaita playing the part of Krishna, Nityananda playing the part of Paurnamasi, and Nityananda was acting like a mad person. So his costume also became disheveled.
After Nityananda finished dancing, Gadadhara, playing Lakshmi, in the dress of a woman with conch bangles on her shining wrists, entered to the clamor of quick mridangas, beats with singers, radiating great beauty.
Now this shows how drama is very much a part of Chaitanya Lila. And all the associates of Lord Chaitanya participated in this pastime of transcendental drama. I wanted to see the drama tonight offered by Bhakti Mark Swami, but so many different things came up. But he is engaging many devotees in this drama, and that's a wonderful thing. That see Lord Chaitanya tomorrow, one more show. I asked him how will a wheelchair-bound person be able to attend. There's something about that. Yeah.
When he danced, emanating beauty from his attractive costume with the accompaniment of sweet singing and mridanga rhythms, the audience became submerged in an ocean of happiness with unblinking eyes and paralyzed limbs. Did they attain freedom from death?
How many of you would like to see the drama of Lord Chaitanya and his associates?
Radha, daughter of Vrishabhanu, the consort of Krishna, was known in Kali Yuga as Gadadhara, the son of Madhavananda. Gadadhara was born in the house of Madhava on the dark moon Tithi of Madhava month with the astonishing form of Radha.
So, Gadadhara, here's some hint. We have our temple in the birthplace, at least in Mayapur, and we have a temple in Ekachakra. We have the actual birthplace of the Dvaita Gosai and the actual birthplace of Jayapataka. But so far we haven't located where was Gadadhara born. So he was born at Madhavananda. So where is Madhavananda's place? That we have to find out. We still have to get that. The third branch of the Chaitanya tree is Pundari Premanidhi, and that birthplace we have. Anyway, so Gadadhara, he appeared in the house of Madhavananda, and he had the beauty of Sri Radhe.
Gauranga's brows moved. He danced with the skill of a bee and had a smiling glance with fickle eyes like blossoming blue lotuses. His lips were copper colored like the sun, revealing teeth white like moonlight. He emanated beauty with a spotless necklace placed on his white conch-like neck and riding on full chest which swayed profoundly. The necklace had the beauty of the Ganga flowing from heaven, freed from fear of falling from a high peak.
So Gadadhar, dressed as his last name, was dancing in the drama of Lord Chaitanya, and it's describing the beauty of her, of his dancing and presentation.
His thighs were soft like golden banana trunks. His feet were like fresh red lotuses. Wearing fine, attractive cloth, the beautiful form of the Lord entered the stage with light steps.
So now Gauranga in this, and it's a description of Lord Gauranga.
The moon of nectar rays, full of bliss, maturing with 11 digits, was reflected in the form of Mahaprabhu. The Malaya mountain with fragrant branches blew softly, playing with the hem of his silk cloth. That form, sweetly jingling his ankle bells, danced with gestures in the center with the singers while mridangas beat swiftly. With the skillful laya and thala using graceful, intensely sweet steps.
So the different playing of the mridanga using different types of beating, laya and thala. So these are technical descriptions of the type of playing of the mridanga. And Lord Chaitanya was dancing very gracefully, very beautifully, while ending on the stage.
Shining drops of perspiration swiftly oozed from his lotus face. It appeared he was carrying a golden moon embedded with pearls. He had sindura on his shining forehead, framed by curling locks. This was like the red attractive rays of the sun in the twilight surrounded by darkness.
The Lord Chaitanya was also dressed as a woman, because it says that he had sindar on his forehead. That's the red mark of a married lady. So these are very special pastimes of the Lord.
As he moved his hands, jingling with bracelets, swarms of bees hovered above. Moving his elevated brows like Cupid's bent bow, he appeared to make the sky black.
So he was wearing the red bracelets, and he was moving his eyes while dancing, and this created a very attractive scene.
His dancing became attractive as the loose edge of his cloth struck his body and bent his body and moved like waves close to the spectators. He revealed his remarkable thick shanks, damp with the perspiration from his waist, sparkling like bright lights as his belt came loose.
The Lord Chaitanya was dancing, and his attractive dancing was capturing all the minds of the viewers.
As he whirled round like a spinning wheel, with desirous bees hovering above, the flowers flew from his hair in all directions. In the joy of dancing, it seemed that there was a white umbrella of flowers marked with dark lines bees above his moon-like face.
Lord Chaitanya was spinning around, and his dancing was in such a way that flowers flew from his hair to the surrounding, and he was in a great joy of dancing. So it seemed that the flowers were a white umbrella and the bees were dark lines above his moonlight face.
The dancer's body was glorious with the joyful sweetness of insane dancing, shining brightly with the beauty of song. Clearly assuming the mood of Lakshmi and Parvati, he then entered the temple.
So this one act of the play where he was dancing and along with the musical accompaniment and assuming the mood of Lakshmi or Parvati, he entered the temple.
The devotees, offering respects to that form, sitting with beautiful limbs on an excellent throne, sang praises with word ornaments. Please distribute prema everywhere, O goddess! That form took Haridasa on his lap like child.
Haridas Thakur got taken on the lap of Lord Chaitanya appeared as a Lakshmi, as a goddess. And everyone was trying, please distribute that love of Krishna to us.
Passing the night in this way with various attractive pastimes, in the early morning the Lord returned to his house. For 7 days, anointed with sandalwood, the shining Lord danced sweetly in various ways at that house.
So at Chandrasekhar's house, he was performing dramas, dancing in ecstasy for 7 nights.
The mridangas and other instruments sounded loudly in all directions, and all the devotees sang various songs like madmen, drenched in rasa. As the Lord performed pastimes for 7 days, the universe became full of the scent of flower garlands and sandalwood.
Haribol, Haribol, Hari, 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 Haribol, Gauranga, Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, Harigaur Bhaktivinoda. 7 days of transcendental bliss with Lord Chaitanya dancing in drama. I heard that even Mother Sachi could not recognize him.
After 7 days, Srivasa with fear and timidity as well as joy spoke to the Lord, shining like 100 suns. In Kali Yuga, singing the Lord's name is prescribed in the scriptures. Is the result which is described false or true? Please tell me.
Question and answer session.
The Lord said, O Brahmana, in Satya, Treta and Dwapara, the result is achieved by meditation, sacrifice and deity worship. In Kali Yuga, these are without power. Seeing this, the Lord has manifested himself as the name. Can this give a lesser result?
Haribo. Thus ends the chapter. On this, since the name of the Lord is not different from the Lord, therefore by chanting the name, we get the direct association of the Lord. How can he limit the power of the holy name? it can have unlimited power. So in this age of Kali, people should chant the holy name of the Lord Krishna, and this way they can achieve all the success and more than what could be achieved in the other yugas by meditation, fire sacrifice, and deity worship. Haribol.
Haribo.
So, any questions?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful, humble obeisances to your lotus feet.
Accepted.
I have two questions. Number one, what is the difference between sheltering to Guru Maharaj lotus feet and initiation? Only by sheltering to Guru one can go to Golok Vrindavana? Question number two, after initiation, if somebody complete his chanting round by digital machine without chanting on bead, is it okay? Your insignificant servant, Sucharu Madhusudana Das.
Taking shelter of the Guru is a trial period, and taking an initiation means that you're convinced that following the Guru's order, you'll be successful. If you are under shelter, it may have the similar effect as initiation if you're very sincere in your practice. But taking initiation is a confirmation that you actually are accepting the spiritual master as your guide. So, as far as whether you can use a counter or a bead is obviously better. It accumulates the various powers of chanting. At the same time, sometimes it may not be possible to use beads. Lord Chaitanya also counted on his fingers. So I think that counting on the fingers or counting on a digital device is more or less the same. In fact, maybe a digital device is easier. Finger chanting is very complicated. But we should chant a certain number of rounds, a certain number of mantras, and beads gradually get the power of the chanting. Since I had a stroke in 2008, my right side is not coordinated, and therefore it's very hard for me to chant on my right hand. I chant on beats sometimes using both hands, but otherwise, Swami gave me the counter because I can't use the right hand. So I can't tell people that they can't use counter when I have to use it because of the physical difficulty.
Dear Guru Maharaj, from Sankirtan department they are supposed to bring some books. Is there any devotee who brought the books here? Dear Guru Maharaj, Pamho AGTSP, in the purport to Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4, Chapter 25, verse 15, Srila Prabhupada says that a disciple must meditate on the instruction of his Guru. Why is it necessary to meditate on Guru's instruction, and what is the method of meditating on his instruction? Your insignificant fallen servant, Prema Gaura Sundaradas.
Prabhupada said that his Guru asked him to preach in the Western countries and also to print books. So he tried to do that. He went to the West and he gave priority to the printing and distribution of books. So I think meditating could mean trying to think how to implement this order of the spiritual master. His Holiness Bhakti Vaibhav Swami in the ILS, he said that together we can achieve anything. So we should work together. So, and he gave the example of the TLDP. Many people thought it was impossible, but together the devotees have been able to do this. So he was saying that we should work together and try to manifest the orders of the Srila Prabhupada, of the spiritual master. So I wanted to give you some possibility to have my books, which are now BBC published from Bombay, but no one brought the books. So I'll do it tomorrow.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.